Freemans Little New York, the home of gourmet pizzas and so much more. We offer hearty pastas, fresh seafood dishes, and breakfast all day long.
Oh yes, a breakfast. I can make breakfast for you all day, anytime.
Visit us at 6092 Quinpool Road, Halifax, or take advantage of our free delivery from 4 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Yes, call 455-7000. I'll make your pizza.
Freemans Little New York, the best.
Hey, don't forget Grafton Street.
Right. Join us at our new location at 1726 Grafton Street, Halifax.
Buy pizza. It's delicious, huh?
Freeman's Little New York, the best slice in town.
I'm David Suzuki. You're either on the bus or off the bus. If you're on the bus, 40 vehicles are off the road. One busload of commuters keeps 70,000 liters of gasoline from being burned. That keeps 9 tons of pollution out of the air. And it puts $5,000 into the pocket of every person on the bus. Get on the bus and breathe easier. The future is in your hands.
Don't drive the planet to destruction. Get around smarter at davidsuzuki.org.
Hello, this is Veda Hilly, and you are listening to CKDU FM, Intelligent Radio in Halifax.
You are listening to the Unified Field with your host, Mr. Justin Brown.
Welcome back to the Unified Field. I'm your host, Mr. Justin Brown, on 88.1 FM, CKDU, Halifax, Nova Scotia, on this wonderful Saturday night. Earlier in the program, we were talking about 2012, the second segment of the 2012 story. And then we heard the paranormal news with our guest, Jordan. And now is the perfect time to let you all know that if you have questions or stories that you like to share with Unified Field, ideas, questions, or comments even, email me at unifiedfieldradio@gmail.com. And who knows? Your stories may end up on the air. It's time for the science technology news. Last episode of the Unified Field, we spoke about the Large Hadron Collider and other cool science technology stories. But I want to continue on with the Large Hadron Collider. I know that last episode my stories are a little outdated, and so are this week's. But I'm hoping to get through them because they're just cool stories. This one, there was actually a story before this I wanted to share too, but it kind of incorporates it into this one. It has to do with a bird and a baguette stopping the Hadron Collider. I don't really have to go into much more detail than that, so I'll just start off with this article here from the telegraph.co.uk. Large Hadron Collider produces first proton collisions in Big Bang mission. The Large Hadron Collider, the world's biggest atom smasher, has succeeded in producing the first proton collisions, just 3 days after it was restarted following repairs. This is by Aislinn Lang, going way back to November 23rd of 2009. Scientists working at the European Organization for Nuclear Research, or CERN, hailed the development as a great achievement and a major step towards mimicking the conditions that followed the Big Bang to unlock the secrets of the universe. The low-energy collisions came unexpectedly after researchers managed, for the first time, to circulate two beams around the 27-kilometer or 16.8-mile tunnel 100 meters beneath the Franco-Swiss border for the first time on Monday, back in November of 2009, of course. Physicists working at the facility told how there was standing room only to watch the results, and cheers erupted from the first collisions. The world's largest machine was first launched in September 2008 amid an international fanfare, which saw the world's media invited to the facility to make sense of the epic experiment. But just 9 days later, the LHC suffered a spectacular failure from a bad electrical connection. 53 of the 1,624 large superconducting magnets, some of them 50 feet long, were damaged and had to be replaced. Just weeks ago, an element of comedy was introduced after it emerged that further problems had been caused by a small piece of baguette dropped by a passing bird which landed in a piece of equipment on the surface above the accelerator ring. After 14 months of repairs, the giant machine was restarted on Friday evening, and the first beam started circulating in a clockwise directions around the tunnel about 10 p.m. By Monday, the operators were able to move on to the next stage of circulating two beams with the hope of generating a collision. Early in the afternoon, the beams crossed for the first time, then a second time later in the evening. At present, the beams are being circulated at low intensity to minimize any damage in the event of an accident. A true test will come as scientists provoke high-energy atom-particle collisions and begin to analyze in earnest the fallout from the proton collisions in the months to come. Ultimately, the collider aims to create conditions like they were 1 trillionth to 2 trillionth of a second after the Big Bang, which scientists think marked the creation of the universe billions of years ago. Physicists also hope the collider will help them see and understand other suspected phenomena, such as dark matter, antimatter, and supersymmetry. CERN's Director General Rolf Huer said yesterday, collisions were actually the side effect of the quick advances being made by the LHC during its startup phase. He said that the scientists would be proceeding cautiously, just as a driver would with the first production model of a new car. We'll never accelerate this the first time with a kickstart to maximum velocity, he said. It's a great achievement to have come this far in such a short time, but we need to keep a sense of perspective. There's still much to do before we can start the LHC physics program. David Barney, a physicist working at CERN, said, "It's quite amazing, really. We never expected this to go so quickly. We're incredibly pleased."